Good morning, everybody. Got a chilly one, sitting at like 26 degrees this morning. It's actually, like I said last week, I prefer this over mid-30s in the wintertime. Driveways are frozen, everything's good. Got some frost on the barn roof, but that's all right. We got all the feed to face for Jack so he can get to feeding. Got a lot to service today. I might go get a couple loads of stone to patch up these driveways before it gets real frozen. Yeah, that's, I think, is the plan for today. Went and got the Christmas tree yesterday. We are in the Christmas spirit. Not much makes me happier than getting home after a long day of work with the Christmas lights on, Christmas tree. Kids are happy, you know, holiday spirit. We got the holiday spirit in the Johnson household. So, yeah. Ladies are chilling. We're gonna take a bale up to our maternity pen to start the day off here, get them bedded up for Jose, so that way he doesn't have to do that. We'll figure out what we're gonna do after that. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Thanks for watching along. Hope everyone else is in the holiday spirit. If not, well, sorry. It is what it is, and we will see what we get into today. The automatic lights think that it is bright enough in here, so they turn themselves off on us here. There we go, that's better. All right, get these cows pushed up front so we can get this group bedded. Come on, girlies, up front now. Here we go. There's a big old ox. Look at that thing. Shoo! Can you guys move down for me here, huh? One of my mother-in-law's heifers there. She's a Hancock out of a Rubicon. I talked about that family before. Looks like she's gonna put on a nice udder. All right, so we got them all locked in the front. Now I can open up this gate and I'll bring straw down. I did have a question as to why we have to bring straw in down the laneway here. So technically we don't. We can get in over there, but there's no entrance here because we've got our vet room, our warming room, and then our calving packs here. So we can't get in through that door with a skid steer to here. And there's no door over here. We had thought about maybe putting an entrance to the outside for things like cleaning and bedding, but then you'd have that open wall where the pack would kind of leak its way out and it'd make a mess of the driveway. We liked the idea of having this 4-foot wall down through here, something to scoop against and keep the pack solid on the edges. So that's why we come in through here. It's not a big deal at all because we clean every morning anyways. So we just clean the front first, and then while the animals are locked up front, we bring in the straw. It works pretty good. And we don't have to bed them every day. We bring a full bale up, and depending on, the time of the year, in the summertime, we only bed them probably twice a week, just because everything's drier and warmer. In the wintertime, we probably bed 4 to 5 days a week, depending on how many animals are on the pack. Obviously, if there's a ton of cows on the pack, we might have to bed every day, but for the most part, it's about 4 to 5 bales a week that we put on the pack up here. And it seems to work all right. We do not chop the straw. We just spread it out, shake it up. We do have some straw grinders, but that would be kind of a pain to have to back that down through there. I suppose you could pull in from the front and shoot it over. Also, dust was a thing. Got this nice white ceiling, white vet room. We didn't want dust getting built up as bad as it's already going to, and cobwebs and all that. This keeps the dust down. Doesn't make, you know, piles of straw on top of vet rooms and stuff like that. So we'll close these couple of gates for Jose. Update on the lagoon. We did not end up digging out any more sand after I did the outside of it. I think I ended up pulling about 100 loads out. So you can see it filled up the outside and it's kind of working its way around, but we're still right down below that, you know, 3.5, 4 foot mark of this 12-foot lagoon. So lots of room there. At some point, I'm sure this winter, we'll get up here and pump it out again. It'll probably be when we have to clean out our other lagoon, because we will get the long arm in to clean that out. So we'll probably come up here, suck the liquid out, and scrape that up again. There's a pretty sunrise. Would have been a good morning to go out hunting. Frosty. That's a buck right there. My camera doesn't zoom in enough for you guys to see it, but not a shooter, but definitely within range of the old 270. That is for sure. It's like a small 8-point. All right, guys. Well, Jack started hauling stone. He's out of soy, our mineral mix. So he's hauling stone. We are going to fire up the Eagle and attempt to spread manure. We will see. Sometimes that corn stubble that we disc in soaks up the moisture a lot more than you would think. Oh, man. So it might be too wet. It's quite possible, but we're going to see. Come on, baby. There she goes. Fire's right up. Kind of chilly, though. Once it starts to get cold, you got to start to test stuff. Make sure everything's working before you go put a load on it. Make sure nothing's frozen. Nothing's worse than having a load on and your pump's frozen, and now what do you do? But she's all the way drained, so she should be fine. Golden. We will shut the knife valve and we should be good to go. Last thing we did was field spread, so shut that, pop that open. That opened up. I think we're in business here. Just got to shut that plug. All right, guys, well, we're up and rolling here. This is load number 3 for me. Field conditions seem all right, so noticed neighbor Ray Logston had a couple trucks setting, so we gave him a call. He swung right down with the truck, so we are hauling with 2 trucks. See if we can't put a hurting on this thing today. It's already 10 o'clock, so we're a little bit behind the 8 ball, but with 2 trucks, we should be able to drop it more than twice as fast, because he's got a much bigger truck than I do. So we will hammer down and see what we can't get done. It's after lunchtime now. We're just still hammering along. It's quite a pull uphill here on 63 loaded, but it's what it is. I just wanted to pull out, film. Hopefully she's still out here, but one of the neighbors up here has got a red and white heifer that was junior champion at Louisville for the red and white show. So kind of a local celebrity around here at the moment. Pretty cool. They got her out here in a round pen. See if I can't get her. Oh yeah, she's out here running around. I realize you're not going to get a good look at her, but I just thought it was cool. Got the junior champion at a national level show right here that we get to drive by 20, 30 times a day. So wanted to point her out and shout out to those guys for that. That's a pretty big accomplishment. So Yeah, so we're kind of going around the block. This road here is where we come back down the hill, but we head up and over this way, so that way we're facing uphill when we're unloading. See, Ray's coming down the road empty, so we're spaced out pretty well now, so that way the tankers, we're waiting for him just a minute, but I'd rather the trucks be waiting a minute than the spreader be waiting a minute. Beautiful day though, clear as can be. So we'll get turned here. I've been passed 3 times today with my blinker on right here, which is one of the most annoying and dangerous things people can do. This here is a Gia Hool dealership. So if you ever hear me talking about getting parts or stuff like that for our alley scrapers, things of that nature, this is them. 5 minutes down the road. So it's pretty cool. Got a Pat's mixer wagon out there. They got a 9,500 gallon Hool spreader. And they got I think it's called a super lift or super dump, something like that. Pull behind silage trailer. Don't see a lot of those around here, but seems like they're becoming more and more popular. Central New York and out west, people are really getting to using them. Less compaction, hold more. Drivers don't need CDLs, stuff like that. I can see the upside to it. So, a few dealerships around are starting to jump on board and pick up some of those brands, but you can kind of see some of the scenery around here. It's a beautiful drive around this circle here. So now we're coming back up the hill here on the back side of that block. It's a much bigger hill. Working the old 3406B for all she's got. Tyler just looping around now. So that was almost a perfect turn as far as equipment efficiency. PTO on. Dirty windows, my apologies. It's gonna back under us. Light valve open. And we are pumping. We've set the cruise 1400 RPM. Nothing to it. Had a minute here, so climbed up on the tank, get a nice view. He's putting it on pretty heavy, but I'm not worried at all about it running. I mean, it's the thickest of thick manure. Dump it onto stubble. Just a beautiful day to be hauling manure. See, that's the goal someday. Neighbors put cover crop on here. Injected manure into that. That really looks nice. Looks like he's making his way back down, so I suppose I should quit blabbling and get on down off of here. Actually kicking up some dust now. Well guys, don't load a manure truck and respond to texts. That's a big Big hell no. Got a little overfull. Doesn't take only 5-6 seconds to really make your whole rig look like crap. And unfortunately, the way our load stand set up, the truck's facing downhill. So instead of the manure running off the back, it flows down my catwalk and overflows onto the front of the truck. So that's no good. I'm that guy today. Have to get her cleaned up sometime. It's not gonna be today. It's already 4 o'clock. Probably a couple more rounds each truck and we'll be all set. But yeah, you'll have that time to time. Lesson learned. I'll probably respond again eventually, but you know, if it's an important text, respond. Just gotta know situational awareness. Getting close. Also, I think the sand's building up in my truck. It's loading quite a bit faster than it was, but that's not an excuse. So, oh well, we're still covering out here. I don't know, somewhere in the probably 25 to 30 load range today. So, not a bad day considering it's our furthest away field. All right, guys. Well, we're loading the last one for the night here, a little bit after 5 o'clock. So, by the time I get back, it should be dark. But you can see that's all sand there. That's all sand over there. So we really put a hurting on it today. Dropped the pond probably 3.5 feet. So excellent day. I'm not sure if we're gonna haul tomorrow to finish it up or just kind of keep doing what we're doing here, spreading a couple days a week and just staying ahead of it is all. But guess we will see what tomorrow brings weather-wise. Over here, they are laying rebar on that ramp, so that's pretty exciting. It looks like they got the apron pad done. Then they can start laying rebar out there, and I'm assuming they're going to pour that all at once. So that'll be exciting. And also, they started putting some stone over there today, starting backfilling that a little bit, because that's where the settling basin is going to go between the heifer pit and the main lagoon. There's going to be a ramp right here that goes that full, I think it's 30 feet, something like that. So they started backfilling that today too. So they're making progress. It's kind of wrapping up, which is super, super exciting. Let's not overflow this thing again. Quite a bit darker than it looks on camera. This is kind of the first time we've ever really used these LED lights on the tanker. And we are putting the last load on for the day. You can kind of get a look at these strobe lights now. This is the time of year where they really are necessary, just for safety. Keep people well aware from a long distance away that you are stopped and ready to go. Don't want to get hit. That would suck. That'd be a sucky end into the day. And we're going to drain her out and call it a night. It is starting to rain, so that's no good. But that is kind of why we said, you know what, let's get 2 trucks in here. Let's drop the hammer and get as much out as we can today, just because you never know. The weatherman's been wrong like pretty much all year. So even though he said we've got a good stretch coming, we do got 3 days of snow. I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday they're calling for snow. But other than that, they didn't have anything, and go figure, it's raining. So that's why you go when you can go. Ended up with like 34 loads. So pretty excellent day considering we didn't really get 2 trucks rolling until almost 10 o'clock. Yeah, like I said, dropped the pond a few feet, closer to 4 than 3. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it a day there. Going to call it a video, guys. Hit that like and subscribe. Hit the little bell. Share it out. Let's keep this baby rolling here. We're still doing good. We're growing slowly, but we're growing. And that's what I wanted for the channel. So maybe see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure. We'll see what all we've got going on. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.